Welcome everyone. Thanks for staying with us. You're watching Plain Speak with me, Shivani Gupta. A massive face-off has erupted over Rahul Gandhi's security during the ongoing Bharat Jodo Yatra. After Congress wrote a letter to Home Minister Amit Shah alleging lapses and accusing the government of failing to maintain a perimeter around the Z+ category protectee, the Central Reserve Force has reacted strongly to Congress's claims. The Wayanad MP has once again been put in the dock for not adhering to protocols when it comes to his own security. I say once again because this is not the first time that this has happened. In a scathing rebuttal, CRPF has said that Rahul Gandhi has violated security guidelines over 100 times in the last 2 years alone. BJP has hit out at the Congress party, saying allegations of lapses in Gandhi's security are attempts to stay in the headlines. So was there a genuine lapse as far as Rahul Gandhi's security is concerned, or is the Congress MP himself to blame? The larger question also is, if the Bharat Jodo Yatra is being used for a political slugfest by both sides, is it that the Congress is guilty of politicizing Rahul's security repeatedly, or that the BJP is rattled by the ongoing Yatra? We will take those questions to our guests in just a bit. Let me first break down what the Congress charge has been and what the CRPF response has been. First of all, the Congress's charge has been that the police completely failed in controlling the crowd. The visual you see running on your screen is indicative of the kind of crowds that are coming in as far as the Yatra is concerned. And some of these visuals will point out also more specifically to the exact lapse that took place. Now, what has the CRPF said? They've gone on to say that all norms are being followed. Delhi cops, when the Yatra came into the national capital, were also informed of deployment. Now, the Congress has also alleged that Rahul is assigned as Z+ security, yet his perimeter was breached. The CRPF rebuttal is that security arrangements were made fully as per guidelines. There was no lapse on their part. The Congress charges the government shouldn't indulge in vindictive politics. They see something beyond security here. The CRPF has gone on to say that guidelines are being violated by Rahul himself on several occasions. While the Congress alleges that Delhi police remained mute spectators even as Rahul's perimeter was breached, the CRPF says that since 2020 alone, there have been 113 violations observed and communicated to Rahul Gandhi. Finally, the Congress charges that moving forward, the government should ensure safety and security of Rahul Gandhi. CRPF has also added that arrangements work when the protectee herself adheres to norms. Now, is Rahul Gandhi a repeat offender when it comes to not following his own security protocols? This question becomes relevant because earlier too, the government has slammed him for not following these protocols when he used to be under the SPG cover. Now, this is what the government had said in 2019, that Rahul Gandhi refused to travel in bulletproof vehicles in Delhi on more than 1800 occasions from 2015 to 2019. That the Congress MP has violated travel rules outside Delhi on 247 occasions from 2005 to 2014. Rahul travelled on vehicles' roof during internal tours, violated the provisions of Motor Vehicle Act and also the security advice. They've also in the past said that Rahul did not avail SPG vehicles on 100 out of 121 visits from April 2015 to June 2017. He did not take SPG officers on 143 foreign visits out of 156 since 1991. So this is not just under BJP. This has happened when the UPA was also in power. And finally, they have also accused him of dragging in the SPG's name in the past years in his public speeches, which the government said was undesirable. Let me further break down some of the face-offs the Congress and the ruling BJP have had on Rahul Gandhi's cover. This is, of course, since the BJP came to power. So this month, of course, as I mentioned, the Congress has written to Home Minister Amit Shah alleging security breach in Rahul Gandhi's Bharat Jodo Yatra. The CRPF has responded that he himself is violating security guidelines on several occasions. Earlier in April 2019, Congress had written to then Home Minister Rajnath Singh, raising, remember, the now famous green light that was seen on Rahul's head during a press meet. The MHA responded by saying that an investigation showed that this light was in fact from a phone that was being used by the Congress's own photographer. This turned out to be a massive embarrassment to the Congress party because some had almost suggested that there was some sort of a sniper radar on Rahul Gandhi. Before that, in September 2018, Rahul Gandhi himself had made a statement that a former SPG head told him that he refused a list of RSS-picked officers and hence he was removed by Narendra Modi. The MHA had to clarify that the officer in concern has himself stated that he had never had such a conversation with Rahul Gandhi. Finally, in August 2017, the Congress leader, now Chief Kharge, had accused that the government of not doing enough when there was a potentially fatal stone pelting on Rahul's vehicle. Remember, this happened in Gujarat, so this was also an added fodder. The MHA, as I have mentioned earlier, pointed out in this instance that actually Rahul Gandhi violated protocol. He didn't use a bulletproof car, which he should have done on such tours. So today there is another face-off over Rahul's security. The simple question we ask is exactly who is at fault, and is there anyone guilty of politicizing both security of national figures and of the Bharat Jodo Yatra?
ना केवल सीआरपीएफ का मनोबल, अपनी फोर्सेस का मनोबल गिराया, उनको डिमीन किया, बल्कि रिटोरिक स्टेटमेंट मीडिया में रहने के लिए थी। हम इन कड़े शब्दों में फिर से निंदा करते हैं जो उन्होंने चिट्ठी लिखकर और हमारी फोर्सेस को बदनाम करने की कोशिश की, सिक्योरिटी फोर्सेस को छोटा दिखाने की कोशिश।
यात्रा में खलल डालने की कोशिश, परेशान करने की कोशिश, इसको बदनाम करने की चेष्टा भारतीय जनता पार्टी द्वारा और उनके सहयोगियों द्वारा लगातार की जा रही है।
So since the CRPF response has come in, exactly who's at fault? Let me take that to our guest joining us, Shazia Ilmi from the BJP, Dr. Anshul Avijit from the Congress Party. I'm also joined by PK Mishra, who's a former CRPF member himself, Tanvi Pruthi, political analyst, PKD Nambiar, political analyst, all on the show. I want to go across to Dr. Anshul Avijit first up. Anshul, the CRPF has come out and responded. They have obviously, very simply put that if you don't follow the security protocols, then how are we supposed to, service you? I have read out, for example, there are similar allegations that have come Rahul Gandhi's way when he was an SPG protectee. And every time it seems the Congress makes a big deal about his security, what comes out is that he's not following the protocols.
Shivani, thank you for your very exhaustive research in the beginning of the show. The fact is that the charges by the CRPF is completely a red herring. How is this relevant, whatever its merits or demerits may be? We can keep arguing that because that's a back and forth argument. How is that relevant in this particular case? The evidence is right there before your eyes. The Bharat Jodo Yatra has been transmitted live through its YouTube channel right from its very beginning. Right? It's been 108 days. Every day it's being transmitted live. You could see from the very first day itself that there was a ring perimeter around Mr. Rahul Gandhi. I'm going into the specifics. There was a rope around him. When he entered Badarpur in Delhi, there was no such rope. You could see it before your eyes. The evidence is right there. Whether you go into the past, whether there have been violations or not, is irrelevant to this particular context. It does not matter what you have to say. That can be an argument for another day. Right? You can keep doing it. Here, there was no ring perimeter that is there before your eyes. We showed the video in our press conference. You can see it before. I think you're playing it out as well at the moment. There is some lag. But yes, you're playing it out. So you can see that there is none there. Why is there any there? Do you think that those kind of perimeters were violated earlier by Mr. Gandhi?
Okay, fair enough. I'm going to take that to the BJP. Why not answer the specific issue that you have raised? But can I ask you a follow-up question before that, Anshul? Is the Congress also not making a big deal about this one person being able to cross the perimeter? You're almost making it sound that for the 100-odd days that the Yatra was on, there was barely any security being provided?
No, but we are not talking about the other days. Security is a matter of great concern. Even if there is a violation once, it can't be said, no, you had great security in 108 days. But if there is a compromise now...
Yes,
no, hang on. No, just let me complete, Shazia. I'll just make my point. I am just saying that there are sensitive areas which are also forthcoming. You know,
Okay.
there is Punjab coming up, there is J&K coming up. If there are serious security breaches, obviously we'll be concerned.
No, I asked you this
expect us
question.
to do?
Shazia, I'm going to give you equal opportunity. I asked you this question because there's almost a suggestion from the Congress party that this was deliberate, that there is some politics at play. Why did you do that? You could have just raised a concern if one breach happened.
No, hang on. So, right from the very inception of the Yatra, there has been a consistent attempt by the BJP to snub it, to humiliate it, to belittle it. You know, it's one thing if you do fake news and morphed videos and you keep slandering it in various kind of petty ways. It's another thing when there is a serious security breach.
No, but why are you alleging there is a political conspiracy? Just like you are right. No, but Anshu, just like you are right in saying that we have raised a particular instance, the CRPF should respond to that particular instance. I agree with you. You're right about that. But then again, why are you dragging politics into this and almost accusing the government of deliberately leaving him unsecured? Is that also not taking it too far?
No, hang on. You had 108 days to prepare for his entry into Delhi. You made no arrangement. I mean, there was no arrangement. The evidence is before your eyes. You can see it. I don't even have to explain it.
So all through the Delhi Yatra, there was no perimeter is what you're saying, or it was breached only this once?
No, there were a number of times in the Badarpur border, it was breached. There was, there were other, Z plus protectees also there. Mrs. Gandhi was also there. She was at the Ashram Chowk. There was no security perimeter even around her. The Congress Yatris had to form a perimeter around everyone. There was complete mayhem at that particular point in time. And
but you are yourself accepting that for the 100 odd days before it got to Delhi, the Yatra was going on fine.
Yeah, well, there was no breach by either, so how is the question of past breaches or not? That's
fair enough,
another argument.
Fair enough. But is it also fair
case?
to put this one breach as if the entire Yatra has been left to itself and no security was being provided is my question. Let Shazia come in now. Anshu, let Shazia come in now. Shazia, why couldn't the government respond to this particular breach? The breach happened, it's caught on camera. The CRPF could have come out and said, we can do better than this.
The fact of the matter is that if the rules have remained the same for everybody, I think most of us, our viewers, would not even know that such a detailed security cover and protocol is provided for Rahul Gandhi ji, and he himself has been violating it not just once, but like from what I hear and read and from the information that I've just gotten, it's like it's way too many times, and the bullet-resistant car that has been given to him only for the purpose of securing him. He has been defying that as well. So it seems that the state of the nation and all the security that comes with it and which is accorded as per the security detail is being given to him. And it's he who's refusing to travel in it because he wants to be, I don't know, he needs to prove a point. And now that he needs some headlines and some coverage of his yatra and some vilification of the center somehow. So he insinuates that it's deliberately being done. So
no,
imagine
you didn't answer the question that I asked you.
From 108 to 247 times. Well, about your own security, which is something given to you.
No, fair enough, Shazia. You can ask that question. You can ask that question. But did this lapse happen because of that? That's the question the Congress party is asking.
No, the lapse.
If not, then why not respond to this lapse?
This lapse. No, but there is another question to it. You're absolutely right. Did this lapse? Let me answer. Did this lapse happen because of that? Is the question. When you write a letter to Amit Shah ji and you insinuate that it's being done deliberately, then you also have to find evidence to suggest that it's being done deliberately by the center. Or there is a lack or some kind of a breach. You know what happened with Prime Minister when he went to Punjab? We all know what a security threat that was. So these things have happened. And he is the Prime Minister of this country. And it's happened also with him. But for you to say now that is deliberately being done because CRPF is in charge. Every state takes care of it. The CRPF bit of it, every state CRPF takes care of the security because that is how the protocol works. So if there was indeed a slackening somewhere, would you blame the center for it? I mean, is that the most mature thing you can do when you yourself have not been mature, have been so irresponsible with your own life when the center and this present government and the security agencies
is this being used to play politics? and to play victim. I'll take that to some of our other guests, but before that, I also want to go across to PK Mishra, who knows a thing or two about protecting some high-profile protectees. Sir, I believe in your time, you have seen the security cover of the likes of former prime ministers. I want to understand from you the breach that has happened, you know, the video that has come to light. How do you view this? Was that very serious, that CRPF should be reprimanded for it? Some sort of inquiry should be done? Or is this a bit too much being made out of it?
Yes, Shivani, I can well tell you, I was there in the security of, I have served for the security of 3 prime ministers in our country, and even when Rahul ji himself was SPG protectee, I was also there, and we are providing security to Rahul ji. And I have seen the Jatra also personally. I was going through how the Jatra is taking place, how the security cover is being given to Rahul ji. And I can well tell you, he is a Z plus. Earlier he was SPG protectee, but now he is Z plus category protectee. And during SPG time, I know it pretty well, the way he used to violate security norms, what the security was provided to Mr. Rahul Gandhi. He used to violate quite a number of times. He has violated. And about this particular case, I can tell you, I depend upon what the CRPF, I'll tell you, the CRPF commandos who were protecting, who are also protecting Mr. Rahul Gandhi in giving Z plus security. They are all selected top class commandos. I have nothing to doubt about the CRPF boys. I know they are training and their dedication to duty. And it is not only numbers, how many numbers of Delhi police personnel are deployed or around Rahul ji in the outer cordon. You see, Delhi police has to provide outer cordon, and the inner cordon should remain with the CRPF. And it is the number which will not matter. It is the quality of the people who are there, it matters a lot, not the number. And the protocol, you see, the security protocol, it is a must for the protectee also to behave. He should know that he is a Z plus category, so there is a threat to his life, and in such type of move when he is with thousands and thousands of civilians who are not checked also, if they come closer, there may be a security threat to his life. So he should also cooperate with security personnel, which he is not doing since last so many years, even when he was protected by the SPG. Forget about the CRPF.
No, but sir, in this case, if somebody comes and breaks his perimeter, I understand the circumstances of the Yatra, but the Congress is saying that how could have his inner perimeter been broken? Should there not be some sort of a reprimand in this case? Let a political party not comment that this has been broken. Had it been broken, it is a security system of Delhi police and CRPF to matter whether it was broken or not. We should not go into the version of a political party whether the security was breached. Okay. The CRPF has already given a statement that their boys were doing very fine and Delhi police had the deployment. You can't go for the number of people of Delhi police whether they were covering or not covering. I can well tell you the CRPF did their duty. If there is a breach of that, the CRPF definitely will interfere and they will tell the MHA that something has happened. But CRPF has categorically told Mr. Rahul several times that he is violating the security norms, and I hope my boys, security, CRPF boys, they have done wonderfully well, and it is okay. Leave the matter to MHA to decide whether there was a breach of security otherwise. But I can well tell you that in such cases, now Rahul ji will be visiting Punjab, he will be visiting Jammu and Kashmir, where the threat will be maximum to his life, and he should cooperate. He should cooperate with the norms. So let me take that to what Anshul is saying. Anshul, there are two things coming out. One, you have to be serious about your security as well, as the CRPF and the SPG have pointed out in the past. And secondly, don't use politics into this. Don't inject politics into this. When you accuse, for example, that Delhi police was mute spectators, I'm sure your allegation is that that's because they come under the MHA. That's a bit too far.
Shivani, you have seen on video what has happened in the last 108 days. there was a security perimeter around Mr. Rahul Gandhi, which was never violated at all. The evidence is there before you. I don't know where this question comes up. You can't keep invoking past relevant, irrelevant. In this particular case, it makes no sense. I mean, it's like what the BJP continuously says, or what did the Congress do? It makes no particular sense in this case. You look at the past 108 days and tell me where was that perimeter violated or compromised
but
by
then
Mr. Gandhi.
If the security personnel have done their job well for 100 odd days, is it fair for the Congress party to then cast aspersions on them? That's the question I'm asking. You could have raised this issue, but why cast aspersions on the government, on the CRPF system, on the Delhi police?
Too much of a coincidence. No, hang on a minute. As soon as it reached Delhi, look, nobody is undermining the competence of the CRPF. Nobody can even do that. I mean, that's going into another direction. We know that what they're capable of and who they are, but it's controlled by other people. What we are saying is that as soon as it reached Delhi, there were these serious violations.
But you have been through BJP ruled states before.
But you're contradicting yourself. You contradict yourself when you say that.
No, but why?
And it doesn't hold any water.
Shazia, just let me
when
finish.
You make a statement like that, Anshul, for the simple reason that,
hang on a minute. Just let me finish.
This is a complete lack of trust deficit
you had no
from your side
by Mr.
when
Gandhi,
you insinuate
this
that this was done deliberately
by Mr. Gandhi is irrelevant
blaming
in this particular
it
case.
fairly and squarely on the CRPF
I'm sure
or the
Shivani will give you a
security.
chance, Shazia.
When the fact of the matter is, all these days it has been provided to you and Rahul ji has been safe. And why would you think that there would be a deliberate breach of protocol to cause some sort of harm? I mean, do you seriously believe that? If you seriously believe that, then you must question your thinking.
The question.
Okay,
you must question the way you think.
Let me come back to both of you. I want to go across to a couple of people who have apprehensions. Both of you, please, both of you pull back. I want to go across on the larger political question to the other two guests who have not spoken. Please pull back. I'll come back to you if I have time. Tanvi Pruti, the question is the Congress using this episode to play victim of some sorts? They've already, felt that they have got that ammunition when the health minister wrote that COVID protocol letter to Rahul Gandhi. And now they've raised this issue almost to play victim or to suggest that there is some great conspiracy against the Yatra.
No, I don't think that. First of all, I want to start by saying that it is nobody's case that to maintain security in a yatra like Bharat Jodo Yatra and around Rahul Gandhi is a very, very difficult task. And all the state police so far and CRPF personnel have done a fantastic job. All KC Venugopal did with this letter was to put into the notice of Home Ministry as to what has happened in Delhi. And he mentioned another instance that happened in Haryana. And honestly, the Haryana instance was very scary where, at night in his container, 4 IB personnel walked in saying they've come from IB. So honestly, it sounds very scary on the face of it. And they had just put it over there, and then the politics erupted over it. Now the question is that I fail to understand that, why CRPF could not clarify as to what happened in Delhi particularly. And the wordings of the letter that will look into his breach separately, like it's a matter of a separate concern. I have seen Prime Minister Modi break his SPG cover to get a picture clicked with children or to change his route over time, and I have not seen anybody complaining about it. That's all right. It happens at the
because he didn't complain na.
No, I'm getting into that. But the security personnel have not come out saying we'll look into it separately.
Okay.
I mean, the language looked like it came from BJP IT cell rather than from the CRPF personnel.
You should be careful about what you say. Ultimately, you are talking about a CRPF statement. Let's try and keep politics to a level where we don't cross a line.
Then I think the response should have been non-political as well.
Okay, you're saying that it read like a political response. PKD Nambiar, respond.
Sometimes I feel that when somebody wanted to get into some kind of a media coverage, one of the largest political party which ruled this country for almost 55 years comes to this level. As your presentation in the beginning actually proves everything, whatever Anshul will speak or anybody else will speak on behalf of the Congress. I think your presentation, if they have to go through once again, it will be proving that how Rahul Gandhi has been over the last couple of decades, ever since he's been a protectee. I think it is, as Mr. P.K. Mishra very well said, that the CRPF or our security forces are one of the most professional one. When you question such kind of forces, you also need to understand that your responsibility and how you are demoralizing those people who are working day in, day out. You may have a political opportunity for doing this yatra. You may have a political ambition doing this yatra, but they are also equally human beings. They are working day in, day out just to protect one individual.
Actually, let me take that to Anshul, because Anshul, you know, in the past...
Shivani, it is the responsibility of the protectee to ensure that the people who are protecting him, he should also be looking after them.
No, fair enough, but I think Anshul also has a point.
What I'm trying to
PKD,
tell you.
one second Anshul. Anshul also has a point that fair enough, all of those issues fair enough, but what happened here should also be explained to them. I'll take that to PK Mishra in just a bit. But Anshul, PKD raised another important issue. In the past, for example, Rahul Gandhi has quoted a former SPG head, attributed a statement to him, which was then publicly denied. Does this behoove Rahul Gandhi to drag SPG into politics?
Right. So, and that, tell me, how is it relevant to this particular case which
I'm just asking you a larger question.
No, you can go all over the world. You can travel the depths of the world looking for answers. That doesn't resolve what is the problem before us.
The problem is that it is seen from the prism of what has happened in the past. In the past, similar allegations have been made. When there was, one by one. When there was a green light found over him, there was such scare raised about as if there's a sniper light on him.
Look, the evidence is before your eyes, right? There is evidence of 108 days which has been transmitted live. There's complete transparency about what happened. You've seen the path. You've seen what happened in their entry over Delhi. If we have raised legitimate concerns through a letter to the Home Ministry, where are we going to write if not to the Home Ministry?
Okay, fair enough. I have limited time, so let me give 20 seconds to some of our other guests. Yes, PKD, come in and quickly, please.
I just one very quick thing to ask the congressman. The only problem is that if at all there was a breach, if at all, just assume for a minute that for 1% there was a breach happened.
Yes.
Why the Congress party need to do a press conference on it? They should have been like the CRPF and the SPG was writing and informing Rahul Gandhi in multiple times as per your presentation, more than 200 times, that how he needs to be following the protocol. Rather than writing to the CRPF and informing the CRPF, why K.C. Venugopal needs to write to the Home Minister of the country? Is he not confident about the CRPF which has been protecting him?
Okay, Shazi Almi, 20 seconds, please.
What I want to say is that, did you read the contents of the letter written by Rahul Gandhi? So the misgiving or the apprehension he expresses is that the IB sleuths are harassing COVID participants. Now, do you want any government, whether it's or any agency, SPG or CRPF in this case, to actually respond to such a ludicrous question that they're being harassed? I mean, can you imagine that IB would want to harass? That's one thing. That's one thing. Because I think it's a. So let me finish saying what I'm saying. Also, by 22nd of December, so there is a security detail which is provided, and all the stakeholders meet up, and this advanced security protocol is provided, ASL, and all the. So this has been done before because this is pre-decided, and that is what's done. But to presume that the government, and not just presume, actually write it, put it on record, and to expect some kind of a serious response on something as laughable as
IB officers go and track? I can tell you from my experience of reporting on some of the biggest meetings, IB officers go and track virtually every big meeting. Forget about the fact that this is a yatra which is thousands of people are coming. They go and track every small and large meeting. So they shouldn't have been made such a big deal about. I've run out of time. PK Mishra, I want to give you final 20 seconds. Should the CRPF also not put to record and put to rest what happened? What do they intend to do about it? Is that not fair?
I can well tell you that CRPF did their best. They did their advanced security liaison before entry of Rahul Ji to Delhi.
Okay.
On 22nd, they have discussed the matter with Delhi police and also the IB officials, and the security norms of Z plus category was provided absolutely correctly in the field on the ground for Mr. Rahul Gandhi.
Okay,
and,
sir. I've run out of time. Unfortunately, I have to leave it at that. I do thank all of our guests for joining us and putting this into perspective. We'll wait and see where this political battle goes. But shifting our focus from politics to sports on the other side, we bring you a special presentation, the top sports moments, Indian and international, of this year. Stay tuned.